under the lights, after traveling all day long. Most of my age have long left the stage. Me, I am still moving on. There's more left to do between me and you, so I came here to sing you a song. The road here was crooked, I'm glad that I took it, 'cause it brought me to where I belong. And all that I've done, it all comes down to one. I came here to sing you a song. I'd crossed it, I made a fortune and lost it. It didn't go quite how I planned. Men of my kind can be hard ones to find. I hope somehow you'll understand. The road here was crooked, I'm glad that I took it, 'cause it brought me to where I belong. And all that I've done, it all comes down to one. I came here to sing you a song. The road here was crooked, I'm so glad that I took it, 'cause it brought me to where I belong. And all that I've done, it all comes down to one. I came here to sing you a song. Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in, coming in, clicking over, and come and hang out with me for a little bit. This should be cool. I'm just going to check the feed. Turns out, since the last time I did a Facebook Live, they changed the whole deal. So this is more complex than you would think. But everything looks good. I'm going to check this every couple songs or so. If you got a question, something you want to throw in, just let me know, okay? I'm beaming out to you today from beautiful Wisconsin. As you can see, Lake Michigan behind me. It's a beachy backdrop. It'll make sense later, maybe. But I hope you had a really good Easter, a good Passover, and a great Ramadan, and happy 420 if you observe it. I just got here after a couple weeks in Southern California, a couple months in Southern California, and was greeted back to the Dairy State by cold temperatures and snow. Snowed on Sunday and Monday. So that was not a welcome return, but we'll get through it. I wanted to just lay out really quickly how this is going to go. I'm going to play about 8 songs, 7 or 8 songs, and then I don't want to go real long. And in between, I'm just going to sort of bring you up to date on what's been going on, what's coming up, all those kinds of things. Sound good? This song is from my 5th album, Afterlight. I never did get to play that album live, so I just started debuting songs from it a couple weeks ago at some shows in Los Angeles. So this one is called Crazy Little World. was 8 years old when I figured it out. You gotta water them seeds if you want them to sprout. Beyond all that, though it's out of your hands, still you're gonna wanna lay them best laid plans. Years went by and I started to grow. Skinned a few knees and I stubbed a few toes. Thought I knew a little, little did I know that I met a pretty girl with a red felt bow. Luck got bad and my luck got good, then she broke my heart like I knew she would. If none of it had happened, it'd have been a shame. It's a crazy little world, but I'm glad I came. Somehow I made it to the middle and I'm fully grown. My life started picking up a speed of its own. My hair gets thin while my belly gets fat. My neighbor's trying to tell me that the earth is flat. I'm so confused by what I see on the news that I try to keep my hands gripping a 10 and 2. The harder I held on, the for dear life left me all broke down on the 405. Luck got bad and my luck got good. I had to fix a few things worn under the hood. If none of it had happened, it'd have been a shame. It's a crazy little world, but I'm glad I came. One day soon I'm gonna have to move on. I'll probably drop dead while I'm cutting the lawn. If you come down to the dead folks' place, you'll know me by the look on my smile froze face. Luck got bad and my luck got good, but I wouldn't change a minute of it if I could. It ain't too late, friend, to see it the same. It's a crazy little world. Aren't you glad you came? Aren't you glad you came? I'm so glad you came. There you go, crazy little world. Looks like everything is going okay. It's good to see everybody joining in. Thank you. Let's see. Let's do. I have this other song that I really like a lot that I played for the first time a couple weeks ago too. From that same album, 2019's Afterlight. I'm still getting a little reacquainted with it, so bear with me, please. It's called The Heart. I was born in an electrical storm. A flash of light struck down from out of kingdom come. From the stillness came a beating that would not stop before its mighty work was done. Ride the rhythm ever flowing, all to feed the river and the sweet bluebird, whispering and easy knowing, waiting for the quiet so it might be heard. It's a compass, it's an seeking out a new connection. It's a beam of light shining through the dark. While you're trying to find the danger, love echoes through its chambers. Such a perfect work of art. The heart. What is this and where we going? Got something beneath the mud that I picked up along the way. Fables full of doubt and worry, fear of God and every price I'd have to pay. It's a compass, it's an engine, seeking out a new connection. It's a beam of light shining through the dark. While you're trying to find the danger, love echoes through its chambers. Such a perfect work of art. The heart. Worn and torn and tough and tender, worked by everywhere and everyone I have been. With the chisel of surrender, I wanna know what secrets lie beneath my chin. It's a compass, it's an engine, seeking out a new connection. It's a beam of light shining through the dark. While you're trying to find the danger, love echoes through its chambers. Such a perfect work of art. The heart. The heart. All right, checking the comments. Oh, look at all these nice people. Oh, thank you guys. I will sing louder for you, Jennifer. Oh, it's so nice to see everybody. Very cool. All right. So, what has been going on? Question in lots of people's minds. Let's see. So, in February, I went on my way out to Southern California. I stopped in Nashville and recorded a couple new songs with my friend Joe McMahon, the crazy talented Joe McMahon, producer, guitarist. And then was out in Los Angeles and released the single Red Dog Saloon, and went on a writing retreat for several weeks out in Morongo Valley, out near Joshua Tree. Finished some things, started some things. In April I played 2 shows. I think they both fell in April. Yeah, 2 shows in April, including my first club show in 8 years. And then on my way back to Wisconsin last week, I stopped in Nashville and recorded a new single with my pal, also crazy talented, crazy wonderful producer, guitarist Tom Utes, who produced that after that album. And got to see him make his Opry debut, which was so cool. I did want to delve into a slightly deeper topic, but this would be the portion of the show that my friend Matt Marr would call the Truth Talk portion of my show. Uncle Matty, if you're listening, I'm stealing that. what I wanted to say was that my musical career is highly unusual, as some of you may have noticed, because I don't really play live. I write songs, I make records. I pretty much have stopped playing live. And this has been going on for some years. I like to joke that I stopped to focus entirely on the least lucrative parts of the music industry. But what I did want to say was, because I guess some people might know this, some people might not have put it together, but it's not due to stage fright or being burned out or retiring or any of those things. I stopped playing shows because it took a crazy amount of preparation for me to do them the way that I wanted to do them. So much prep work, and really when it came down to it, I started looking at all the prep work that it would take, and I was like, I would just rather write songs. And so that was what I've done for 10 years, 10 or 12 years. And then what happened before the pandemic is I went to see a doctor, and the doctor diagnosed me with a type of ADHD that I won't bore you with all the specifics of it, but basically, as it pertains to me and this, it really affects, it means that my muscles for doing a lot of this sort of stuff, like working memory and multitasking, things like that. Some of you maybe have never done a show like this, but it seems really simple, but it involves, I mean, if you were looking at the things I'm looking at right now, cameras and laptops and iPads and guitars and tuners, and it's a lot of things that makes it look really simple. But anyway, I got this diagnosis, and during the pandemic I've been sort of trying to figure out, we explored some medications and things like that, and unfortunately the medication didn't work for me. So basically I've been trying to figure out a way that I can do this, knowing sort of what the pitfalls are for me. So, that all said, not very interesting, but maybe gives you a little bit of insight into what I'm doing and how I'm doing things. So the bad news is no treatments seem to work, and basically I've been trying to figure out how to keep this less time consuming and more comfortable and less stressful for me to do. I mentioned that I played a few shows last month in Los Angeles. That worked out pretty cool, and I'm actively booking dates into the rest of the year because I really just want to have more people hear these songs. So every few months this year, I am going to be releasing a song that for whatever reason didn't fit on an album. I've been calling these songs schnibbles, after a term that my grandma Ward used to use. She would make these, she would batter and fry lots of things, and when you batter and fry something, these sort of golden brown little dough drops kind of fall off to the sides, and she would scoop them up and put them in a basket, and you ate the schnibbles. And so I stole that term from her, and so this year I'm going to be releasing every 2 or 3 months. I'm going to have a schnibble that did not fit on an album, but I'm releasing as a standalone single. The first one of those came out last month, and it was called the Dog Saloon, if you caught that. The Dog Saloon, right there. And I will play that one for you right now. Baby, do you know about the 62? It'll take you anywhere you need it to. Dream of smiling back at you, and we'll stay all afternoon. You were shaken by a wicked quake, got bitten by a rattlesnake. There's a blue healer sleeping on the floor, he's got one eye on the door. So fear no more, I'll save you a stool at the Red Dog Saloon. I'll pick out the melodies, you sing all the tunes. When you smile at me, I'll be smiling back at you, and we'll stay all afternoon. I'll save you a stool at the Red Dog Saloon. I'll pick out the melodies, you sing all the tunes. When you smile at me, I'll be smiling back at you, and we'll stay all afternoon. When you smile at me, I'll be smiling back at you, and we'll stay all afternoon. There you are, Red Dog Saloon, Schnibble number 1. So, as I mentioned, I'm back in my home state of Wisconsin for a little while. Due to the pandemic last year, I released a new album, a folk record, a collection of songs about the state of Wisconsin, back I think it was April of last year. And I did not get to tour at all. Everything was still pretty locked down for most of the year. And so yeah, I haven't really been able to get out and play those, just a couple times. And Wisconsin River was, I mean, it was songs about Wisconsin, but it was also kind of a meditation of home for me. I think a lot of us spent at least part of the pandemic sort of reconsidering what home was, or at least thought a lot about what that meant, what that concept meant. And during the writing of the album, I learned about a Ho-Chunk Indian who lived not that far away from where I am right now. And he was this cool, unexpected inspiration for the record, and I ended up writing a song about him, and it's called Yellow Thunder Walking Home. Came from near the Winnebago, tall beloved Ho-Chunk chief. His people called him Yellow Thunder, he was the man who would not leave. He was summoned by the white man's leader, who made him sign away their land, ship them across the Mississippi, he would just walk back again. Didn't really matter how he got there, he could feel it deep inside his bones. Nothing on this earth could stop him, Yellow Thunder walking home. I grew up not far from this river, I was lured away by dreamers' dreams, the promise of an endless summer, and everything that leaving means. Now I've returned to walk the river, lone step behind me, a shadow that's a bit too tall. Didn't really matter how he got there, he could feel it deep inside his bones. Nothing on this earth could stop him, yellow thunder walking home. Look out at the wide Wisconsin, fleeing serpents carve the stone. Wanderers always returning, yellow thunder walking home. Didn't really matter how he got there, he could feel it deep inside his bones. Nothing on this earth could stop him, yellow thunder walking home. Nothing on this earth could stop him, yellow thunder walking home. Yellow thunder walking home. So I told you that I did a lot of driving the last couple months. Long drives through the Southwest and the middle of the country, Oklahoma, Arkansas, New Mexico, Texas. But I drove a couple times through Kingman, Arizona, the city this next song is set in. I feel a bond with that city. I haven't spent a ton of time there, but I have stayed there a couple times and inspired this next song. It's a song about being stuck. And I remember for a couple of years when I was working on this song, my friends would ask me, as writers do, how's that new song you're working on? And my response for a couple of years would be, well, there's this guy in a motel room and I don't know how to get him out of there. And that was my task with this song. It's called Kingman, and I'll play it for anyone out there who's feeling a little bit stuck. Flickering headlights coming through the blinds. Cars stream past these old hotels, the long and the divine. Slowing for a moment, only passing through, while I watch another cycle of the muted cable news. I stopped here for the evening, I never planned to stay, but the hours turned to days until I had the weekly rate. Frozen by the things I chose, my luck or my mistakes. It's time to make my move now, I hope it's not too late. Oh, let me go. Oh, set me free. I should have left a long time ago. Just one more night in Kingman, then I'm coming home. I could ride a bus to Vegas, go north on 93, drive west along the 40 till it meets the Golden Sea. I have served my time and now I'm granting my release. First thing in the morning I'll be turning in my keys. Oh, let me go. Oh, set me free. I should have left a long time ago. Just one more night in Kingman, then I'm going home. I should have left a long time ago. Oh, let me go. Oh, set me free. I should have left a long time ago. Just one night in Kingman, then I'm coming home. Then I'm coming home. Then I'm coming home. Kingman. Take a check. Oh, and by the way, I should have mentioned this earlier. If for some reason you get called away, you need to jump on a work call or go to lunch, or you can always come back, and once this is finished, it becomes a video. So if you don't get to see all of it live, just come back, watch the rest later on. That would be cool. Okay. So I talked a little bit earlier about kind of what's going on in my musical world, and you know, new recordings, return to live performing. Next week I'm headed up to a cabin on a lake in the Wisconsin Northwoods to begin writing the next record. Looking forward to that. And next month I'll be releasing the next Schnibble, and I'll have details on that really soon. Actually, this backdrop is sort of a little bit of a hint to what that song might be about. Singles will then follow in the summer and the fall, and here is a sneak peek at the summer Schnibble. I wrote it a few years ago to pitch unsuccessfully to the magnificent country singer Leanne Womack, and it's called Ever After. Had a kind of magic to us once upon a time. Now you're upstairs in your own world, and I'm down here in mine. We're a long way from that summer day when I gave my vows to you. The dreams I dreamed of all my life, I thought they'd all come true. I don't know what went wrong. The fairy tale's gone on too long. I don't know how we get back there, lost here in the ever after. I can't even remember when it all began to change. The words became more bitter with every turning of a page. If I wasn't out of wishes, I would meet you there again, to write the happy ending that it always should have been. I don't know what went wrong. The fairy tale's gone on too long. I don't know how we get back there, lost here in the ever after. looked into my eyes and said, would you never let the story end? Why can't you just tell me again? I don't know what went wrong, but the fairy tale we had has gone on too long. I don't know how we get back there, lost here in the ever after. My parents' cat is watching me, very entertained. Did you like that? Woo. Yeah, very entertained. All right. Well, I think we're just about at the end here. I'm going to play one more for you. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me in the middle of your day. I really appreciate it, and it's been a pleasure singing for you. Once again, I'm Chris Richards. My website is chrisrichards.com. My Instagram is HeyChrisRichards. I've got posters and shirts and CDs and all that kind of stuff at my Bandcamp site. You can find all my music on all the streaming services, and I've also created a bunch of online resources for my albums that give all the context that's missing in the streaming world, lyrics and credits and photos and all that kind of stuff. So for pretty much all my albums, there's something online that will give you more context to them. If you'd like to leave a tip for the show, there should be links in the comments of the video, and my PayPal is, I believe it's Chris Richards Music, and my Venmo is Hey Chris Richards. And I will leave you with another one from my 2019 album Afterlight. It's called Emily. Have a great afternoon and evening, everybody. Thanks so much again for joining me. I was hoping I'd run into you. Didn't know what else to do. My mind keeps spinning when I try to sleep. Maybe this is ill-advised. No, it comes as a surprise, but I think I've fallen for you, Emily. It'd be alright to love you, Emily. It'd be alright to tell you what I'm dreaming it to be. I can't tell what you're thinking, you're a mystery to me. It'd be alright to love you, Emily. You and I were side by side. God was up, my hands were tied. Thank you, everybody.